In today's gaming news, ArcheAge may finally be coming to the West, a Dark Souls 2 trailer shows terrifying new enemies, and Pantheon promises to bring back the glory days of MMOs. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Force here with your day's gaming news. First up today, ArcheAge is a Korean sandbox MMO being developed by XL Games. The game is going through an English localization thanks to Tryon Worlds, the company that brought you Defiance and Rift, and apparently that English client is near complete and currently going through friends and family beta testing. Now, in an interview with MMORPG.com, Tryon Worlds CEO Scott Hartzman said that you're able to hang glide, spelunk, scuba, pilot ships, siege castles, farm cattle, plant trees and flowers all over the world, become a merchant, a mercenary, a thief, a pirate, or even a builder. That is a lot of different things and really a testament to how many things you could do in this game. Again, this is being sold as, people are saying that this is like the pinnacle of sandbox. You can literally just go into this game and do almost whatever you please. On top of that, this is a very pretty looking game. It is running on CryEngine. I heard it's like a combination between CryEngine 2 and CryEngine 3. It might be one or the other. I might have just been misinformed. But yeah, it's a really pretty looking game. It apparently is very open and very sandboxy. And again, as you saw from that quote, there's a lot of different things that you can do. So lots of people have been talking to me about this game, but because it was a Korean MMO, I don't speak Korean, so I wasn't necessarily gonna play it. But if it is going through that English localization and we're eventually gonna see that beta, I'm gonna jump in and see what it's all about. It's a pretty looking game. There's lots of things you can do. I'm excited. All right, guys, next up, Dark Souls 2. You're bound to die again and again, and you're bound to die by some pretty terrifying looking enemies. In a brand new trailer titled Curse, they show off some of the backstory as well as some of the freaky looking people or things we will be encountering in this game. It's actually rather quite terrifying. I mean, there's this giant monster with like people for hands and body. It's really creepy looking. It's very ominous feeling, and it's perfect. It's perfect because this is what I want Dark Souls 2 to be. Lots of people were afraid. They're talking about making the game more accessible, and now that the series has been picking up steam, it's been gaining in popularity over the past few years. I understand the concern that people may have had that they were going to go more mainstream, but from what we've seen so far, they're sticking to this is terrifying. These enemies are grotesque, and it's going to be incredibly difficult. Now, people have done some beta testing for this, and you know the opinion was mixed, but they've actually came out and said it's going to be more difficult than it was in the beta test. So apparently, the beta testing was just specifically looking for bugs, not a difficulty test per se. So yes, Dark Souls 2, the new Curse trailer. Check it out if you want to see a little bit of gameplay and be a little. I was a little scared. I'm a little scared, I have to be honest with you. All right, guys, in the last up in news today, we'll be talking about another MMO, this one titled Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. You know, because if you fall, you have to get back up. The game is being developed by former EverQuest lead designer Brad McQuaid, and it's supposed to be a sort of a callback to the glory days of MMOs. Specifically, we got someone from the original EverQuest, some of the things that made the original EverQuest and that made early day MMORPGs great. Some of those things that they're talking about is having a challenging group-focused MMO, one that is made specifically for a target audience and focuses on things like character development, open environments, and teamwork, working together, working with other people. Now, it's currently going through Kickstarter. They've reached nearly 100,000 of their $800,000 goal, and there's still somewhere over 30 days left, so there's still quite a bit of time in the Kickstarter. They've got plenty of time to reach their funding, and honestly, I hope they do, because it sounds good, I get the feeling with a lot of MMOs that I play nowadays, we talk about the WoW replicas and the WoW clones, and even though WoW was just sort of a combination and some would say a perfection of MMOs that came before it, I think there's something to be said for the hardcore, and even WoW itself. I think about the glory days of WoW when WoW was difficult in vanilla. There was a time, and as I continue to play the game over the years and the new expansions, it seems to just get simpler and simpler, more streamlined, more mainstream, and it makes sense because it's a big game. It has to meet this mass appeal, but specifically Pantheon is not concerned about the mass appeal. They're not concerned about trying to fit that mold. They're looking to focus on a small group of niche hardcore players that want that olden day experience. So if this is something you're interested in, I just wanted to let you know about the Kickstarter. You can go ahead and fund it, or, you know, you can just wait and see how it comes out a couple of years from now, which is likely how long it'll be till we can expect to see anything about this game. And that is going to do it, guys, for today's episode of the Force Feed. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to comment in the comment section below about any of the topics discussed here today. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force fed. Yay, another high fantasy MMORPG. Because we don't have enough of those, I can barely contain my excitement. Can you see it? It's in the eyebrows.